This is Avi Arkushin from AH Charts. Let's take a look at Unity software. This one here I've been talked about before, and I have a price target of $56 or so on this one here on top, right over here within this level. But I think what you're looking at here, I think you could see a slightly bigger pullback, which I posted to Discord. So you have a trend line over here. Um, I think you can test this trend line here again, which I see is a bear case scenario at $27. Currently, we're sitting at that $34 mark right over here. There's two ways this could play out. Is you could start bouncing and you could start breaking out, which you have a falling wedge right over here. Let me do the 4 hours, maybe might be better. Okay, here you have a falling wedge, and you could start bouncing and move out. But if you're looking at this, you're seeing some rejections right on top here, and you have a gap right over here. It hasn't completely been filled, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be filled completely. But you do have this trend line at the bottom, and I think it's very much possible that you will retest this trend, which is $27 right over here. So it's possible if this was the top over here, and you'll begin to retest this trend line right over here at $27. As I said, you could break out or you could retest. There's a bit more downside, I think you could see, which is somewhere around maybe about 16% downside or so, which is possible. Um, I think this one here is highly probable, 27. The other case that you can see happen is even a bigger pullback, and that bigger pullback would be if you go from the bottom here to the top. You can even see a 618 pullback all the way down to $24, anywhere between $27 $24 right over here. That's possible. I'm not going to rule it out. It could still happen where you could see this kind of an ABC retracement from the top here. And there you have it at 22 right over here. But you can see it comes somewhere at that $24, which you can see an ABC retracement happening. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I cannot rule it out. So you could see something like this take place as well, right at this level over here, which is 24.35. That's one of the bear case that we're looking at, but at least I think what you can see very much when it's possible is a retracement of $27. The next case would be a $24.35 retracement that you can see. That's one case I'm looking at. If we're looking at the 15 minutes chart, we're currently sitting. This is what a UTAD looks like. A lot of times this is a UTAD building out, and you're sitting right at that high volume node over here. Then you can see that distribution ready to drop right around $32 will be the next level of distribution. Then the next one will be around $31, and then we can see that $27 or so. So I still think because you have this entire pocket here, this a fair value gap on the 15 minutes as well. Right over here, you have that 15 minutes fair value gap, which you can see it fill. So you could see the price come down a little bit more right over here and fill this fair value gap over here and then push back up. Or you could come down a little bit more and then you can move back up. But I still think you got some downside, at least $27. More bear case scenario is that $24.35, $25 area that I'm looking at. On the 15 minutes chart, I'm looking to see a break of this level here, which is 33.62. I want to see this level get broken, or this 33.45 level. And then you can see this fair value gap get filled at 32 here, and maybe a little bit more downside. Let me take a look at the other chart that I have. Okay, on this chart that I put out, you have your trend. We tested this trend here, and you have the 200 EMA on the daily right around this 24.93, which is that level I'm talking about, at $25 level still. Here, a key level that I have here is this level right over here. And the reason why I have that key level, if price start moving back up above this $37, then you can see price continue to push up and you just break out of that falling wedge that I showed you guys. If not, you'll see price do something like this, come up over here, get rejected at that 618, which this could possibly be it right here. And then you start pushing back down towards that $27 area. I talk about deeper retracement would be just coming back down towards this 24, something at this volume node over here, or even if a deeper retracement is 21. Either one of these is very likely. So you can see any sort of retracement coming back down anywhere, guys. It could be anywhere within this level here. Here you would have institutional buying. Here you would have the smart money that would really want to come in and grab this up. In terms, if it's, as I said, if it's a wave 2 retracement, you can certainly see a retracement back down to that 618, which is that institutional. But you want to see this trend get respected. If not, you're going to see the price just fall towards this 24.34 or this 20.38, $21. So I still think that they're a bit more downside here. It's still possible, but we're watching to see what price does. If price start breaking above this key level of 35, 37, you can see price push back up a bit more. Still think you're seeing a bit more downside to this 28, $27 to retest this trend line here. I could be wrong, but hey, that's what I'm looking at right now. We'll see what happens. I'm currently long. Just transparency, I'm currently long you. I haven't decided if I want to trim my position and wait for retracement down to this level here. Most bearish case scenario is that we have a really big retracement down, which is that 27% or a 37% retracement. You have 18% or so. Or you could just move right back up. Don't know which one is going to happen. But I want to prepare for every case scenario that could happen. And that's what I have for you. I don't have anything clear right now, but volume has kicked in today. As you can see, a little bit of volume over here. So you can see sellers stepping in. Certainly see sellers stepping in. If you look at the 15 minutes, once you start breaking below this level here, this $33 level or so, you can see price start cutting down right towards this level over here, this volume, because you do have a pocket over here, and the next drop is going to be that $32 pocket, which is about a 6% drop or so. So you can see a 6% drop once you see price start moving below, especially this 200 EMA over here at 33.49. You can see a quick drop. So I just want you to be cautious of different scenarios that could play out. On this one here, on Unity software. So this is what you're looking for. Let's look for this. Let me see. Look for this top right here. This key level is at the bottom here. So you're currently within this range. You want to see a break of either this range, but if you start seeing a break here, you can see something that begins to push down over here like this. This is what it will be like. And this is more of, if you're following some sort of Wyckoff, you'll see this is a UTAD and a Wyckoff, and you start having that breakdown. Next level will be that $31 level, but you could come down further. I do think you can once you start moving down here. That's what I have for Unity software. Just within this range, you want to see whether or not this range is going to break out or it's going to start pushing to the downside. All right, guys, that's it right now for Unity software.